In the heart of China's most unforgiving desert, a secret lay buried for millennia. A secret that would challenge our understanding of ancient migrations and the very map of the ancient world. They were not Chinese, not Turkic, not Mongol. They were a ghost from another time, another place. They were the Tocharians, a lost branch of the Indo-European family, with fair hair and Western features, who built thriving kingdoms on the Silk Road. Who were these people? How did they end up so far from their ancestral homelands? And what secrets do their silent mummies still hold? Join us as we journey into the heart of the Tarim Basin. Our story begins in the Tarim Basin, a vast desert so perilous its name is often translated as you go in, but you don't come out. Yet, for thousands of years, this unforgiving landscape was threaded with life, sustained by oasis towns fed by rivers flowing from the surrounding mountains. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, explorers venturing into this remote region began to stumble upon ancient ruins and, more astoundingly, perfectly preserved human remains, naturally mummified by the dry, salty soil. These were not the remains they expected to find in the heart of Asia. The Tarim Mummies, some dating back nearly 4,000 years, were often tall, long-limbed, with reddish blonde or brown hair, and distinctly European features. Their clothing, made of wool and woven in plaid patterns, was unlike anything known from ancient China. This discovery was a historical bombshell. Genetic analysis later confirmed what the eye could see. These people had ancestral roots far to the west, on the steppes of Eurasia, and were more closely related to ancient Europeans than to their East Asian neighbors. While the mummies provided a face to these lost people, their true identity was unlocked by another set of discoveries. Manuscripts found in the ruins of their oasis cities, written in a strange, unknown script. When scholars finally deciphered the texts, they made a groundbreaking discovery. The language, which they dubbed Tocharian, was not related to Chinese or Turkic. It was an entirely new and the easternmost branch of the Indo-European language family. This was a linguistic ghost. Tocharian was a Kentum language, a branch of Indo-European previously thought to be confined only to Europe, like Germanic, Celtic, and Italic. Its discovery in the Tarim Basin was like finding a lost Roman legion in the heart of China. The language, preserved in Buddhist religious texts, administrative documents, and even love poems, finally gave a name and a voice to the mysterious mummies. They were the Tocharians, the easternmost pioneers of the Indo-European world. The Tocharians were not isolated. They were the masters of the oasis kingdoms that formed the vital northern route of the Silk Road. Cities like Kucha, Turpan, and Lulan were crucial stopping points for caravans traveling between China and the West. They controlled the flow of goods, levying taxes and providing sanctuary for weary travelers. This strategic position brought them immense wealth and exposed them to a constant stream of new ideas, technologies, and beliefs from every corner of the ancient world. Tocharian society was a remarkable synthesis of cultures. Their administration showed Chinese influence. Their art was shaped by Greece and India, and their trade was often managed by Sogdian merchants. They were cultural chameleons, adept at absorbing and adapting the innovations that flowed along the Silk Road. This ability to act as a bridge between civilizations was the key to their long-term success. For over 1,000 years, they were the indispensable intermediaries, the cosmopolitan lords of the oasis. This unique position at the world's crossroads not only brought the Tocharians great wealth, but also exposed them to one of the most powerful philosophical movements of the age, Buddhism. The way they embraced and visualized this new faith would become their most stunning artistic legacy. If this quiet journey to the heart of the Tarim Basin has intrigued you, I invite you to consider subscribing to the Dusty Codex. Your support helps us continue to illuminate these forgotten corners of history. Before we explore their breathtaking art, I'm curious, what aspect of the Tocharian discovery, the mummies or the lost language, do you find more astonishing? Let me know in the quiet comments section below. Buddhism arrived in the Tarim Basin via the Silk Road, and the Tocharians became devout followers and patrons of the faith. Their oasis kingdoms became major centers of Buddhist scholarship and art, dotted with magnificent monasteries and cave temple complexes. They played a crucial role in translating Buddhist scriptures and transmitting the faith further east into China. The caves of Kaisel and the ruins of Bezeklik stand as testaments to their deep piety and incredible artistic investment. The most spectacular legacy of the Tocharians is their art. In the Buddhist cave temples of the Tarim Basin, we find a stunning artistic synthesis. The subject matter is Buddhist, but the style is heavily influenced by the Greco-Roman art of Gandhara and beyond. Here we see Buddhas with Western eyes, celestial beings rendered with realistic anatomical detail and shading, and donor portraits of Tocharian nobles themselves, with their fair hair and colorful robes. It is a unique and beautiful artistic tradition found nowhere else. From the 8th century onwards, the world around the Tocharians began to change. The rise of the Tibetan Empire to the south and the arrival of powerful Turkic-speaking peoples, like the Uyghurs, from the north, began to shift the political and cultural landscape of the Tarim Basin. It was not a single, violent conquest, but a slow process of cultural and linguistic assimilation. The Tocharian language was gradually replaced by Turkic dialects, and their unique cultural identity began to merge with that of the newcomers. By the end of the 10th century, the Tocharian language had likely fallen silent, and their distinct identity had been fully absorbed into the broader Uyghur culture of the region. They did not die out in a cataclysm, but faded away, leaving behind their dormant language and their silent, mummified ancestors. The story of the Tocharians is a powerful reminder of the incredible complexity of ancient migrations and the interconnectedness of the human story. They are a ghost branch on our family tree, a testament to a lost world of fusion and exchange, whose whispers were preserved for centuries by the dry, forgiving sands of the desert.